City Council met on February 21st. The meeting started with the Council approving appropriation of $43,000 to the Gulf Special Account for purchase of equipment from the Stabilization Fund. These funds are needed to replace equipment that has passed its useful life. They also approved appropriation of $41,000 to the Human Resources Special Account for indemnifications of police and fire from available funds in the Stabilization Account. These funds are needed due to the city being self-insured, and these funds will pay for medical bills. City Council approved appropriation of $27,000 to the Fire Salary Account for overtime from available funds in the Stabilization Account to pay for overtime needed for additional ambulance response calls on weekends. City Council approved appropriation of $100,000 to the Law Expense Account for special services from available funds in the Stabilization Account to pay for law expenses needed to get the Uniroyal site to RFP. The City Council sent the appointment of Michael Patnod as a member of the Veterans Advisory Board to the HR Subcommittee. They then approved that parcels of land abutting the Riverwalk construction site be sold to the abutters so that the boundary of the Riverwalk is uniform, a requirement from Mass DOT to begin the next stage of construction. School committee met on February 15th, and the meeting began with a presentation on the state of the schools by Belcher, Fairview, and Zatella Elementary. The committee then discussed the proposal of starting a walking bus line to help alleviate concerns about elementary grade students walking to school alone in the mornings. For retirements, there was Patricia Coleman, a senior clerk typist, IT, 28 years. Lucia Kazakos, Chicopee High health teacher, 28 years. And Joseph Morissette, interim director of student support, 11 years. After, the committee discussed the report on policy revisions by the HR subcommittee and then approved the bill warrants presented. There was also a HR and Ordinance committee meeting on the 15th, so don't forget to check that out. That's it for this week's wrap-up.